Shalom. All right, shalom, everybody. Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God Yahweh, and we do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Hamashiach Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly called Jesus Christ. Shema Yasharala Yahweh, Alahaya Nawa Yahweh Achad.
Here is the Lord God the Lord.
All right. I'm going to share my screen on this, so give me a second. Okay. So I need everybody to go to 2 Timothy real quick. And we're going to start here because these are difficult times. Knowing that we are in difficult times, you're able to communicate with people and talk to them and have mercy on them. And you're able to be yourself because you know these things is going to happen. It's been told to you that these things is going to happen. You know what I mean? All right. And if you do, nod your head. But yeah, so these are difficult times. All right. Let's understand what prayerless means. But first, I'm going to read this. 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. So let's go to perilous times. Before I start breaking anything down, I want to get y'all to understand what these things mean. Okay? Because a lot of people just read it and they'll think they understand what it means, and they'll go off their own understanding. You're a fool if you go off your own understanding. All right. All right. Perilous. Let's see the root word. Perhaps from, I can't pronounce that, but through the idea of reducing the strength. Something is causing to reduce their strength, all right? The idea of reducing the strength, all right? If I say reducing the strength, I could be talking to somebody and I say, hey, reducing the strength, okay? And now you can guess what that means, reducing the strength. Making someone weak. All right. Fierce. Perilous. All right. Outline of biblical usage means hard to do, to take, to approach. All right. Hard to bear, troublesome, dangerous, harsh, fierce, savage. Pay attention to these ones. That way you know how to apply it. All right. Let's get the Strong's definition real quick. Kalapos, all right, in the Latin. through the idea of reducing the strength, difficult, i.e., dangerous, or by implication, by implying something furious, fierce, or perilous. All right? Hard to do, to take, to approach. All right? Hard to bear, troublesome, grievous. All right? So let's go back real quick. And for my first breakdown, for men shall be lovers of their own selves. Now, it's a must that I go into this because a lot of females will say, hey, they understand that they will understand that some of the precepts would mean just the men and some will be just for the women. But a lot of people, I'm guessing, will run from this. I'm just thinking about it because, hey, these are perilous times. And a lot of people are very disobedient to their parents and to the Yahweh, all right? So, shall be lovers of themselves, meaning selfish. They're going to be selfish. Lovers of own self, loving oneself to an intent of one's interest. Selfish. Okay? Fond of self, i.e., selfish, lovers of own self. Okay. All right. Okay, here we go. This is 2 Timothy chapter 1. No, 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. All right, so let me go back to the meaning. Perilous times mean hard to do. All right, this goes with what I'm talking about. A lot of people in these last days is going to find things hard to do. It's going to be grievous to them. Okay, verse 2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, and unholy. So what I want to point out is for women shall be lovers of their own self. They're going to be selfish in these last days. Very, very selfish. We have today's modern women, and you have yesterday's, what you call that, your let me see, what is that word I'm looking for? Traditional women. You have yesterday's traditional women and you have today's modern women. For women shall be lovers of their own selves. Didn't I get that up right? No, I didn't, huh? Let's look at that up. Let's look at it. Let's go to men real quick. Just to show. All right. Anthropos, right? Look at the root word. And ops, the continent from, right? Man-faced, i.e. a human being. All right, cool. Now let's go to the outline of biblical usage. A human being, whether male or female. Whether male or female, right? Let's go back. Okay. For women shall be lovers of their own selves. Now, I wanted to point this out because today's woman is very, very selfish. She has no idea what she's doing. She's a modern day womanist, a feminist. And she's not, and the average 9 times out of 10, the average black woman will not agree to her being a feminist or a womanist. And this goes for the black, Hispanic, and Native Indian woman because they're following right behind the so-called black woman. All right? They're following her ways and everything. That womanist and that feminist thing that's going on, she's following it. She is very selfish. All right? Let's go over here real quick. Let's show you. Let's go over here real quick. Black demographics. It's good for everybody to have this right here. Let's look at black marriage. Household of black marriage. Let's seek this out. Black marriage in America has been declining. No, black marriage in America, marriage has been a declining institution among all Americans, and this decline is even more evident in black community. In 2016, only 29% of African Americans were married, compared to 48% of all Americans. Half or 50% of African Americans have never been married, compared to 33% of all Americans. After viewing the available data, we can see that although few black women are now married, more black women than black men have been married at least once. This is because a higher percentage of black women are divorced and widowed than men. Also in 2016, just under half of 48% of black women had never been married, which is up from 44% in 2008 and 42.7% in 2005. Okay. This has been done by the Census Bureau, just to let y'all know. Okay. Now let's see your meritable. All right. You got 15 years and older, African Americans. Look, married all, 29%. Men, 32%. Women, 26%. Right. And this is Census Bureau of 2016. They update things periodically at all times. But there's something I'm trying to get y'all to understand that is selfish about the black woman today, okay? Because a lot of them will sit here and say that black men don't marry black women. That is a lie. Statistically, it is a lie. What they're doing is spewing BS. They are spewing BS, okay? Men are married more than women. All of U.S., you got to understand this, but we'll get to that later. But divorced, men, divorced 12%, men 10%, women 13%. Women are divorced at a rate of 80%, and we'll get to that, all right? Because this shows a little different, but we'll get to other statistics and stats. All right? Then you got separated, 4% all, 3% men, 4% women. It's a higher percentage. Widowed, 3% men, 8% women. Never married, 50% all, 52% men, 48% women. Now you got to look at these two. Why are men never been married versus that 48%? Why are they not getting together? Why are they not being married? That's the thing you got to look at. Why are the black men not marrying these black women? Let's go to what I call over here. Characteristics of a modern woman. Let's see. Give me Deuteronomy 22:5, Baba Kushah. It's like a selfish woman right here, right? For men shall be lovers of themselves, and women shall be lovers of themselves. Okay? Read Deuteronomy 22:5 for me real quick, Baba Kushah.
Deuteronomy chapter 22, verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
So this is a modern woman. It's not a traditional woman. The woman has changed up. She's not traditional. She's wearing what she wants. That might be jeans and trainers one day, and a dress with heels on another. She's not in her uniform. Give me 1 Corinthians 11:3.
First Corinthians chapter 11, verse 3. For I would have you note that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God.
In that order, right there, right? Modern women, believing women should be paid the same as men in the same roles. Believing women have the same rights as men. Look at that. Here we go, one more. Happy to manage your own money. That money don't belong to you. You are a possession unto that man. That's your modern woman. See, the modern woman today wants a traditional man, but she's not a traditional woman. She's selfish today. She's very selfish. And it has nothing to do with us. Her being selfish has nothing to do with black men. Her talking all that shit talking about black men ain't shit. Excuse my language. Saying black men ain't ish is a lie. And it's not statistically proven. It's not. Not at all. Let's go back. And the woman is most educated. The woman is not most educated. The woman is most enrolled. She's most enrolled in school. She's not most educated.
That means she went inside the school and didn't even graduate.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. What was I looking for? Okay. Economics. Employment.
That's crazy. Just like a relationship, they can't even finish. Right?
They can't even. Women divorce, black women divorce black men at the rate of 80%. 82% of them the divorce black men at 82%. It's like crazy. It's like, what are you talking about? Black men don't like black women. It's like black women don't like black men. From what I'm seeing, statistically speaking. So let's go to economics real quick. Employment. Let's see the black man. Let's see if he's working or not. I hate these little pop-ups. So here we go. African American employment. Men. Wow. 66% of black men are working. Watch this. You see this 27% right here? It goes, not in labor force. We're going to have to explain that. All right? Because that's crazy right there. That's crazy. But let's look at this 6%. 6% are unemployed. See, if this says not in labor force right here, and this one is unemployed right here, right? Then this is not men that don't have jobs. This is right here of men that have black men that have their own businesses. And guess what else? This right here is black men that are in incarceration, that are in prison. But unemployment is 6%. So you can cut that in half, right? And say 7%, just like this, 7%, and say this is just 86%. Then you got to look at this as employment 2 to 1%. So now you got to say 87% of black men are working. So what do you mean by black men ain't shit? Please tell me. What do you mean by black men ain't shit? And this is all of U.S. right here. 79%, 17%, 3%, 1%. Man, hey, let's go to the women. 70%, 5%, 25% right here. Incarceration. And then you have women that are soccer moms, home bodies, the men work and everything else, you know. Where else I wanted to go to real quick? Let's go to black-owned businesses. Black is down here. You can't even see the ish, man. I gotta find another site on black-owned businesses. But I'm gonna go back to what I was talking about right here. Boom. So, give me Titus 2 real quick in verse 2.
This is Titus chapter 2, verse 2. That the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound their faith, in charity, in patience. The aged women likewise, that they be in behavior.
The aged woman likewise, that they what?
Be in behavior,
right,
as becometh holiness. Not false accusers.
Not what?
Not false accusers.
Not being devils. Read.
Not giving too much wine.
Right.
Teachers of good things.
Teachers of what?
Good things.
How to stay home with your husband, how to love your husband, and everything else. Read.
That they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands.
To be what? Sober, and to love their husbands.
To love their children.
Right. And these are very important things to do right here. Very, very important things to do. Right? Let's go. I'm not even finna go. I'm finna go back over here. So, it's hard to do for women nowadays. Just know also that in the last days, perilous times shall come. Things that are hard to do. Hard to do. All right? Hard to bear. Troublesome. Harsh, fierce, savage. All right? For women shall be lovers of their own self. Right? And then now let's go to verse 3. Right? Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce despisers of those that are good. But let's go without natural affection. Let's go to there real quick. Without natural affection, unsociable, inhuman, not wanting to, rather die by themselves. I would rather die than date down or to settle. Matter of fact, to settle, not date down, but to settle. A black woman, to tell you real quick, I'd rather die alone with a dog than to settle. Unsociable to black men. Right? Who sold the black woman this dream? Cosmopolitan. All right. A bunch of these female magazines sold black women a false dream, and they're still following to this day. The black woman is susceptible to feminism from the age of 13 to 26. And they won't even say that they're feminists, but they are. They very much are. Unsociable. Right? Let me see. Let me go somewhere. Unsociable. Let's go. Unsociable. She's inhuman, unloving towards the black man. See, a feminine woman is agreeable and cooperative. She's unsociable. Presumed depravity, deprivative, to cherish, affectionately, hard-hearted towards kindred, without natural affection. Hard-hearted towards kindred. That man she's married to was her brother before that. She married him. Not talking about no incest stuff. I'm talking about He don't have to be born by the same mother and father as her to be her brother, because they're both born by the same mother and father. That's why he's her brother. We are all brothers and sisters. Just you can't marry close to kin. That's of the same father and mother. All right? Can't do that. But she's unloving. She's not agreeable at all. We argue with Eve all day. She's not even cooperative. Eve will get on the phone. Eve will get on the internet and argue with men all day, but be good to her husband and cool to her husband. That means she hates her husband as well. And case in point, you can't be cool to your husband but be a damn dragon to every man on the face of the earth. That's your excuse. You're a feminist. Feminists like doing that. Feminists hate black men. Put it that way. All right? And then four things that these feminist womenists will do. They will shame you, insult you, and give you and guilt you, and they have this over need to be right all the time. All right. So let me go back. So Second Timothy chapter 3 and verse 3. Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers. She's a truce breaker too. She breaks her covenant. The black woman has broken the covenant with the black man. She has. She wants to be the head of the household, right? But she wants a traditional man. She wants a job and everything else, but she still wants a traditional man. Then what she'll do, instead of being married by the age of 18 to 26, she goes to college and gets a career. Women don't have careers, they have jobs. All right, the industry is full with the clothing industry and the government jobs. Those are not careers, those are jobs. Those are the two ones that she the most that the black woman would do, women would do, period. It's the clothing industry and the government jobs. All day, every day. All right? She's a truce breaker. She broke the covenant with the so-called black man. Okay? That's why they're so hard-hardened. That's why you can't even get along with them in the house. That's why it's always a fight. Because she wants to do what she wants to do and she can't. You belong to that man. You do what he tells you to do. If that man tells you to jump 2 feet, you jump 4 feet. All right? So without natural affection, she's hard-hardened towards the black man. If she finds it hard to be good to him, she does. That's why we were fighting with these women all the time, because their heart is hardened towards us. And we didn't do it. The white man did it to her. Because she always listening to somebody else but us. And don't dare fix your mouth to say, well, y'all didn't protect us. Nah, I don't even know where you got that from. I don't even know where a black woman would get where we didn't protect her. You just chose the easy way. You thought the grass was greener on the other side. But if that black woman, that Hispanic woman, that Native Indian woman in your house right now telling you what the black man didn't do, that's feminism. Because when a black man got to sit here and we have to admit what we did wrong. We have to be accountable for what we did. When we have to be accountable for what we do, we are accountable for what we do. We don't bring nobody else into the picture. But when the women got to be accountable for what they do, they always bring in the men into it. They never want to be accountable for themselves. They always want to say what we did. No, be accountable for women and what you do. Hold you and your friends accountable for what you do. Don't bring us into nothing. Stop that, because we damn near ready to throw you away. Stop it. Hold yourself accountable for what you do. Leave us the hell out of it. All right? Now, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of Yahweh. Let's find that. So, 2 Timothy chapter 3 and verse 3. Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God. Let's look that up right. Let's see lovers of pleasure. Let's see what they're talking about right there. Strong's definition. Flaadoos. All right. Fond of pleasure, i.e. voluptuous. Let's see what voluptuous is talking about. Because y'all about to see it right here. Because this is what women worry about all day. Curvaceous and sexually attractive. They worry about their looks. Give me that in 2 Peter 3. Baba Kusha in 3.
2 Peter 3.
They always worrying about themselves, their looks and everything else. They worry about that. And I ain't saying it's wrong to worry about that. I'm just saying when it gets in the way of, because your man is your job. Stop that. Your man is your job. All right, read that real quick.
2 Peter chapter 3, verse 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own
I
lusts.
think that's wrong. Second, is it First Peter's or go First Peter's? First Peter's chapter 3. I think it's 3.
1 Peter 3 and 3. Whose adorning, let it not.
Bible precept up.
1 Peter 3 and 2. While they behold your chaste conversation coupled with fear.
Right? And they conversations are not coupled with fear. Their mouth is just loose. It says everything. Go ahead.
Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of plaiting, the hair and wearing of gold, or of putting on of apparel.
Right.
But let it be hidden man of heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit, which is the sight of God of great price.
Let me see this real quick. Come, start at 2. Start at 3 again. Slack it. I was just.
1 Peter chapter 3, verse 3.
Voluptuous is curvaceous and sexually attractive, typically used of a woman, right? Curvaceous, real quick. Her shape. She worries about her shape. You know what I mean? Have an attractively curved shape, right? She worries about her jewelry. She worries about her lipstick, her makeup, and everything else. Read that real quick.
1 Peter chapter 3, verse 3. Whose adorning, let it not be that outward adorning of
plain looks. Go ahead.
Of plaiting the hair, and of wearing of gold.
I got to get my hair done. Even our women have gotten really huge. They would rather get their hair done than go to the gym. Go ahead.
Or of putting on of apparel. But let it be the hidden man of the heart, and that which is not corruptible, even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit.
Let it be the hidden man of the heart, which is Yahweh. Read.
Which is in the sight of God of great price.
Modesty. A traditional woman. That's the woman that wins. All right. So let me go back here. So I'm going to start here. Perilous, hard to do, to take, hard to approach, hard to bear, troublesome, dangerous, harsh, fierce, savage. 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 1. This know also that in the last days perilous time shall come, right? Troublesome time shall come. Hard to bear time shall come. Hard to do time shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own self. Women too. Both of them. Very selfish. Covetous, right? Loving money. Avarice. Avarice meaning extreme greed for wealth or material gain. All right? Boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, without natural affection, man. Truth breakers, false accusers, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasure more than lovers of God. Having the form of godliness. What do women have? What is that when you see a woman having a form of godliness? She got her head wrapped on. She's taking pictures like she's all holier than thou. Having the form of godliness, having her fringes on and everything, man, but denying the power thereof. She denies her power because she wants to be us. She wants to be the man. Now, check this out. Feminism came in when the white woman felt depressed by the white man's power and what he was doing, what he was capable of. That is called jealousy. She is jealous of her own men. So she wants to be the man. She wants to do what the men do. She wants to make the money the men have. Now you switch that over to the black woman. She is jealous of her own men. She want to do what you do. She want to break down scripture. She want to break down precepts. She want to do all these things because she wants to be you. She is jealous of you and of the power that we have. It is jealousy. Having the form, 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 5, having the form of godliness but denying the power thereof. You're not supposed to be jealous of your husband. From such, turn away. Cut her ass off if she don't change. All right? Follow the scriptures, though. Hey, me personally, I don't believe in divorce. I don't believe in divorce. I don't do that. That's just not me. I just don't do those things. All right? So I'm done with that, man. And with that, I give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High God Yahweh, and we do so in the name of His only begotten Son, Mashiach Yahweh Shai, who the world ultimately called Jesus Christ. Shema Yasharala Yahweh, Allah Yahweh Yahweh Chad.
Hear Israel, God, the Lord.
Shalom.